What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So apparently, Beyonce is sort of caught up in a bit of a situation because Beyonce has this whole Ivy Park clothing line, and two other models that Beyonce has been using to promote this clothing line, Ivy Park, have been accused of blackfishing. These are two white Russian women. And the way that they look, you may think that they are mixed. And really, this is probably more so like, mixed fishing, biracial fishing, half black, half white fishing, etc. But folks are going with the term black fishing for this, right? And I would say that on one hand, I'm surprised. On one hand, I'm not. On one hand, I'm surprised because I would think that Beyonce's team would be smart enough to catch this before it really pops off and hits the mainstream. Like, hey, maybe we should change the way these models look because it could be taken the wrong way. And folks on the internet these days, low key, sometimes do be looking for things to just complain about and cancel. I'm not saying that this is necessarily the case, but we know how that can be sometimes when it's just like, okay, people, are y'all bored on quarantine or something? On the other hand, I'm not surprised because Beyonce is somewhat of a low-key coon. I know some of y'all probably think that's just blasphemy in the house of Beyonce. You do not refer to my divine light-skinned goddess as a coon. But recently, though, just recently, Beyonce had that song called Brown Skin Girl. For one, the title was a bit like, but, folks was letting it slide because, black women are brown skinned. There are brown skinned black women, right? Some people maybe thought that the song should be called, dark skinned girl, or something that is a bit more related specifically to darker skinned black women. Because, there's other groups of women who are brown skinned, not just black women. But yes, the song title itself, Brown Skin Girl, was a bit of a, but okay, folks, let that slide. And then, in the song, she did reference like Lupita, Naomi, Kelly Rowland, and folks are like, black women are like, hey, that's what's up. Beyonce like us dark-skinned girls too. That's my divine light-skinned goddess. I love you, Beyonce. Yeah. So folks was, dark-skinned black women were getting their life because Beyonce acknowledged them and said that they were beautiful. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm glad your divine light-skinned deity has acknowledged you. But when the video was released, folks had some issues with that because it seemed a bit more like all-inclusive because folks was thinking, the dark-skinned black women and brown skin were thinking, hey, this is about us. This is for us. And based on the song's lyrics, seemingly that is somewhat of assumption that you could make. Because I don't remember her mentioning non-black women who have dark skin in the song and referencing them in particular. It was just darker skinned black women being referenced in the song. But it was, from what I heard, I never watched the video, disclaimer, I never watched the video. At least the official video. I did watch a video that was put together before that video that featured like Beyonce and her daughter Blue Ivy and some other stuff too. But so this is hearsay. Disclaimer. But from what I heard, it was all inclusive. Like, it wasn't just concentrated on brown skin and dark skinned black women. It had non-black women who were dark skinned too, from what I heard. And some folks took issues with that. And that's why I think it was the same way with Beyonce's film that she did called Black is King. It was like that too, where a lot of the women were non-black, but the men were mostly, well, if not all black, and specifically dark-skinned. Once again, letting folks know that they know what a black man is, but not what a black woman is. And it's strange how folks can't really make the connection there. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. And really, I've already done a video of breaking that whole situation down as well. So, yeah, just that situation alone is like, okay, Beyonce probably is low-key black male identified, even though she talks about, you know, feminism and whatnot. She's probably still black male identified, probably somewhat of a mammy, somewhat of a pick-me, somewhat of a mule. But I can understand some people perhaps being thrown off a bit because Beyonce has been a bit more vocal about black issues and helping give black mothers who have lost children to brutality like a voice and a platform and whatnot. So some people may think, okay, you know, Beyonce may be on the right track. You know, let's give her some time and space to really develop in her pro-blackness, right? But she has taken some steps back. And I'm not sure how Beyonce is going to really handle this situation with the blackfishing. But, you know, nevertheless, the situation is here. And as well, when the two white Russian female models were called out about this, they weren't apologetic much. They were more so doubling down. Which, you got to be careful about that too, about inviting folks into your spaces and stuff like that, and them feeling like, oh wow, feeling as if they aren't a guest, but rather feeling as if they are entitled, you know, because it's a different way that you behave, or at least that you should behave when you're a guest in someone's house versus when it's your house. Right? I think we can all agree on that. And folks just be feeling a bit too comfortable. And we have to start putting the blame on black people who invite non-black people into black spaces, as well as black people interacting with non-black people in black spaces. Just letting them get and feel a bit too comfortable, especially when it comes to the women. For some reason, the women really be feeling comfortable. And I'll say that that's partially black men's fault, and that's partially black women's fault. A lot of black women love to play these non-black women's mammy. You know, they'll come in with their biracial children. Oh, can I do your biracial daughter's hair? Ooh, you got such a pretty biracial daughter. Ooh, I love your hair. Your hair look way better than mine. Ooh, you got that good hair. I got this bad 4C hair. It may be a bit of an exaggeration, but it's not as much as you think, though. Some black women do be acting like that when it comes to some black women in black spaces. That's why they be feeling so comfortable and be feeling like they above you in your own space. And Beyonce low-key just added to this, right? And I know folks don't like to see Beyonce get dragged, right? They don't like to see a light-skinned, pretty, thin, fit, successful long haired, whether her hair or a wig, get dragged. And she's rich too. I know y'all don't like to see a divine light skinned deity Beyonce get dragged across the street and stomped in the flow. I know. But, folks do gotta come at Beyonce a little bit and just let her know that this ain't cool. And if you continue to do this, then we ain't gonna be cool with you. And also, Beyonce, with this whole Black is King and Brown Skin Girl song, she, loved to roll out Kelly Rowland as her dark skin prop. Look at my dark skinned best friend that she never communicates with, that you never see her out in public with. I don't really be seeing Beyonce and Kelly Rowland getting caught, by the paparazzi with pictures or anything like that. I only see it when it's promo time. I'm just saying. They may be cool, but I just, just something to throw out there. And then back during the Lemonade era, she did use Serena Williams as a prop too. Had her twerking and jerking in her music video for Sorry Not Sorry, I think. And in the movie that went along with it, like the film that she did for Lemonade. I'm just saying. And shouldn't this be considered somewhat pandering anyway? At least the Brown Skin Girl song, right? Shouldn't that be kind of like considered pandering a bit? Yeah. But that just goes to show you that the brown skin and dark skin Black women in the community are, not all of them, but enough of them are desperate for some form of validation, for some acknowledgement. And Beyonce's doing it. Oh, wow. It's just the best thing ever. Even though really it should be a man doing it. Not to say that it's completely worthless if a woman does it, but I think it may hold more weight if a man were to be doing this and it were to be sincere. But of course, I would be skeptical about that and thinking that it could be some pandering involved in it. But yeah, Beyonce likes to use brown skin and dark skin girls as props and gestures. And that's what she do. And they go along with it because there may be a good paycheck involved in it. Serena Williams and Kelly Rowland, man, got a good paycheck out of it and some promo. Yeah. A bit off subject, but I would even argue that Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage is more or less like a classier, more sophisticated version of Cardi B and Offset's marriage. Think about that. You think there's some truth in that? But I think I've mentioned all I have to say for the moment about this situation. So yeah, more blackfishing has occurred, courtesy of Beyonce helping to push this. The two women involved are doubling down. They're not apologizing about anything, much as normal. Usually this is what happens. Black folks, both black men and black women, then got these women feeling very comfortable. And these women are eating off of black folk stuff. They're making money. What else is new? So yeah, that's just the situation that we're in. Will you call Beyonce out? Are you going to hold Beyonce to task? Are you going to ask her to remove them two models? Are you just not going to deal with Beyonce and Ivy Park? How are you going to move forward in regards to this, black women? So let me know in the comments section. To the next video, adios and goodbye for now. But I guess one more thing. So Beyonce sent Tia and Tamara Ivy Park clothes. Folks thought that she just sent Tia Ivy Park clothes and not Tamara, but she sent both of them some clothes, I believe. So do you guys have issues with that? Since Tia and Tamara are biracial, do you think that maybe she should have just sent it only to like maybe black people or like fully black people? What do you think about that? Do you think that maybe Tia should have only got it because she married to a black man, and Tamara shouldn't have got it because she's married to a white man who low key is seemingly has some, you know, racist leanings maybe? What do you think about all that? Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.